Hello and good morning everyone. Welcome back to network automation class. So we're going to discuss today about Python inbuilt function. So we have very important two inbuilt function we're going to describe today. That the first one is range, then we will move to the another inbuilt function that you can see in screen, that is called input. So let's start from this. So range, just right click and we are on that documentations. I told you how to refer the documentation like docs.python.org. So we have something called class range. So we will discuss why it's called class, because Python is a OOPS language, object oriented programming language. We will explore in later in session uh, how it's OOPS and what are the properties we have for object oriented programming. So let's come back to, so range is an inbuilt function and we have two way to read the attribute. First way, just you define any integer value which going to be the stop, means it's going to start from xyz from 0 to stop. What do you mean by range? So range having a starting point, ending point, and step. If you remember the slicing in string, we have start, end and step. Same way we have start, stop and step. What do you mean by this? Let me give you the range command. The range is give you the what is the range, where from where to entire range you should not going to write. It's going to be very helpful to not write everything. You have to just write the start from where you want to start and where you want to stop. That's all. It will provide you entire range of that. Okay, so like I want to start from 1 to 10, no need to type all the 1 to 10. They're going to, you just define the range 1 to 10, they will start typing 1 2 3 like this for you till 10, till 100, then till 10,000 whatsoever. Now apart from that, start stop, you have step. What is your steps will be, means suppose if you are giving two steps, so you are jumping with the 1 to 3, then 5, so you are leaving one place. So second step, same way these steps must be integer, not in fraction, because these are the steps you, and it could be the in minus. So if it's a minus, then it's going to become the backward order, means you have to start, must be in a higher number, you have to end with the in the descending order. If you want, you can go for it. Let's explore this, how it's going to range command going to help. So here in documentation you can see there is a two way to do. You have to represent entire stuff or you can represent only the single stuff. So I'm going to start from the, if I'm exploring with the single parameter, then what going to be the result. So I'm going to open the my PyCharm. You can open that PyCharm and let's remove this. Okay, so and this is my whiteboard. So are you able to see this, everyone, guys? It's a clear vision. Okay, now so we have in the text Python, we have one file with the .py. So anything you want to give the comment, you know that we have to use hash. I'm going to teach you today, if you want to do the comments in the multi-line, how you going to do. So you have to start with the colon 3 times. So if you use the keyword like key and this arrow, so sorry, this apostrophe twice, it will come give you 3 3 6 and your cursor in between that. So you can write anything, any comment in between. So let's write, and you can see this is the right format. You can see this is showing you the syntax wise no error. So you can write today what topic we're going to cover. We are going to discuss what are we going to discuss first? The range, inbuilt range command. Then second we're going to discuss about the input function. These are the inbuilt input function. So you can type your stuff here. These are the multi-liner comments, and you have to start with the triple quotes, start ending with the triple quotes. You can write anything in the green. This is in programming language, it's considered as a comments. This is the very famous comment style what you should use apart from hash. Okay, clear? So this is built-in function. We're going to study built-in function. Just I'm writing, just I want to show you the example built-in function. That's all. Okay, so let's start a study. So this part is the still this is the part of our comments. Now actual program going to start from here. Clear? The different way to write the multi-line comments, okay, in between your program. Okay, now so range command. So before going range, I just want to explore this into the Python console. So this is my Python console. You can see guys. So we have different tab here. The Python package terminal. I can open the terminal here. We are on the terminal. Okay, this is the terminal and this is the Python console. So I'm looking for the Python console. I just click here. We are in Python console. Okay, clear? Yes, no? Okay, thank you. So let's do that. So we are here in Python console. Just I'm going to type the range. So it's going to tab, it's going to give you the range, and I'm not going to pass anything. Okay, no argument I'm passing, just close. What going to be happen, just enter. So it's give you error because they need, as per documentation, at least one parameter you have to pass. If you going to not going to pass any parameter, this function not going to accept. So either you pass at least one parameter, whatsoever the parameter you will pass, that consider as end point, stop, where the range supposed to stop. Let me give you here. I just given the 10 means it's going to stop here 10. So what will be the starting point? The automatic going to take that starting point. How do you see? Just I'm going to enter. You can see the range is introduced as a 0 comma 10. Means by default, if you are not going to introduce anything, so starting point they're going to take as a 0. Okay, so how it's going to help us to for that? So I'm going to, range can be defined as a list. I want to print a list from 1 to 10. How do I, this range going to help me to complete my list? If I want to write a list of the 10 numbers, I want to write the list of the 10 number, what will be my list? Like this, 1 2 3, like this. I have to type till 10. But range can help me to complete this list. Not only list, if you remember tuple, sorry, that's a tuple. So the tuple will be going to be 1 2 3, same way. So in 1 to complete my tuple is immutable, whereas a list is mutable with their element. We discuss later in the class in detail what going to be, but we can represent this thing range into the list all the tuple. So how the range going to help me to define that? So let's type the list of 10. So I'm going to make a variable announcement don't do here, let me do here. So I'm going to define one list. List is a variable. I defined a list. Okay, li1, this is variable. You can write anything because this is variable. You define, declare the variable as a list li. Then I'm going to ask list, and inside the list I will tell you my list is going to be a range of the 10. Means it's going to take a start from 0 into 10, print a list. So I'm not going to write the list content, it's going to save my time. So let's enter, and I'm going to print my list. If I'm going to print my list, so you can see, for that I'm going to execute, run this. You can see my printing stuff. You can see this is started from 0, it's ending to 9. If I want, so this is going to be include, this going to be excluded this part. So if you want to print till 10, so you have to give one number higher because that is not included in that, in the range. So I'm going to execute this, run again. So you can see it's started from 0, it's ending till 10. Period, guys. Yes. Ah, see, string it's don't have range, means there is no meaning of the range. Range always come with the picture of the integer. Maybe it's a float. Let's see float how it's going to help you. Can the float can help this? This is always in integer because this have introduced as a steps. Okay, so there is no meaning. This is the like counting. How you going to be count that? Any counting table, any tables you want to represent. This is helpful generally for like loop. You want to do the repetitive work 10 times, 20 times. So instead of typing each and every element, you have to take as a range command. So always it's coming integer. Okay, so string there is no meaning. Float could be, but there is no sense of float because the steps are not going to introduce the meaning of. So let me give you the example. Suppose I want to start from, I want to print from 90 to 100. So of course I have to give 101, and I'm going to take a step of 1. So this is the starting 90, ending on the 101, and this will give the step of 1. By default it says steps of 1 only. Suppose I'm not giving this, you will see it will start from 90. Say 90 is included, whereas 101 is not included, and still 100 they're going to print. I'm going to run this. You can see 90, 91 till 100. So by default step 1. If I want to take step 2, so means it's going to escape 91. After 90 it will print 92, 94, 96, 98, and then 100. So this help them to get a step. If you want to do 3 steps, they will leave those elements and they will take third element in the sequence. Okay, so if you want to do ascending, suppose I want to do ascending order, sorry, this is ascending order. I want to do in descending order. Suppose I want to print from 1000 to 990, just for 989, 990 I want to print, and I'm going to take step -1. So this is going to become in descending order. From 1000 they will start, on decreasing it will come to the till 90, 909. You can see 1099, 90, 998, 997, 996, 995, like. So this is range. Come on. Now let's do some practice. So suppose Someone want to print only the even number from 1 to 100. So what will be my range here? Do you understand? I want to print the even number from 0 to 100. Or what will be the my range command? Okay, so it will start from 0 because the even number, and I'm going to end with the 101 because I want to print till 100, and the step of 2 means all the even number going to be printed. So let's see. So 0, 100 you can see is the all the even number. Then tell me, yeah, yes, no, 101. And what about step? So if you will not types, you cannot introduce without first element to the step. If you are not going to use step, you are not going to get your objective to get the even number. Okay, so if you don't want to introduce the step, then only this is the right. So but it will be the entire number going to be print. Okay, you understand, from 0 to 1 to 3 the step is by default is 2, because I want to introduce them the step 2, so I have to introduce the where you want to start. Okay, then only this syntax. Okay, so this is my, now tell me, if I want to print odd number, then what is the changes you have to do? So just make it your starting point from 0 to 1. If your step 2, because it will start from 1, so step going to 2, that going to print my odd number, right? 1 3 5 7 9 11. Okay guys, okay. In previous case, type 0, I did not get you. In the previous case we have, this is the oh wait, this is the even number where I'm going to get the even number. Now tell me what I have to do. Ah, excellent. Yes, yes, means you can do that because let's do the syntax, because this, see, this is going to show you the syntax error. You can see here you have to pass your element 0 here, because as soon as you introduce your um, steps, you have to define, because as per syntax I already told you, you either you pass only this, and either you have to pass all three. There is no option to without. If you introduce a step, you have to introduce your start point. If you are not introducing your step, you are taking default one, so nothing matter to start, it's going to consider as a 0. Now the next challenge, let's do the challenge. Next challenge, I want to print the, you remember the, you have study in the standard 1 or 2 or necessary nursery classes, the tables, 2's table, 3 table, 4 table, right? So I want to print the 5 table. Can I able to print the 5 table? 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10, 5 threes are 15, like that. So what, how do you write the range? Do you understand the challenge? Nikhil, do you understand? I want to print my 5 table or 11 table, any table. You can able to now the how to print the one table, you can able to do for the other table. So let's start. My objective is to print 5 table. So table 5 1 is 5, 5 2 is 10. How do? So I will start from 5. My table is start from 5. End to 50. So I want to include the 50. So I will type the 51 because I want to include the 50. Now what will be the step? My table will step with the 5. That's going to print my fifth table. So let's print that. Doing that. You can see 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. This is my 5 table, right or wrong? Yep. Okay, let's get the same kind of challenge. I want to print 11th table. So what will be the how are you going to write this? This is for Nubble. Tell me. I want to write the 11th table. 11 1 ja 11, 11 2 ja 22. So starting point will be what? Of course 11. So we are starting the table from 11. What will be the my ending point? So 11 10 ja 110. So it must be 11 111. Okay. So what will be the my step, Naval? That's important. So I want every time 11 is stiff. That's going 11 table. Are you understand the logics? So this is my 11 table. 11, 11, 1, 11, 22, 30, 40. Clear guys? Yes, that's all. So what's the use of range command? You can see that where we going to use this. When we start understanding the for loop, you will see this going to be very helpful using in for loop this range command. So in upcoming classes, we're going to explore the integration with the range, with the list. We had studied the list, then integrated with the range. This entire the things going to be integrated in the for loop, and you're going to very beautifully you're going to use that. Okay, so my next topic is input. Next function is the input function. I'm going to discuss in next class. Bye bye, see you in next class.